G'day folks, Turbo here, and I've got another Battlefield 3 video here for you. It's more of just a sort of a commentary, discussion style video, not so much about the gameplay. But while I'm on that matter, the gameplay itself is just from a round of Caspian Border that I played with the guys a few days ago. And you're probably thinking, hey Turbo, this is a lot of Caspian Border footage you're putting up, what is all this? There's a couple of reasons for that. First reason is, on the servers that we like to play on, which is Conquest and Conquest Large, 32 to 64 players, Caspian Border is, from what I can tell, the most common map that comes up on servers, whether it be all maps or Caspian Border only or Caspian Karg Firestorm rotation. It seems to be the most common one. And the second reason is that it's our favourite map. It's the one that we do the best on, so that should be at least better to watch, because who wants to see us get our ass kicked on a map that we don't really know? So, in terms of the guys I'm playing with, it's more or less the same, but with one slight change. James wasn't available to play with us that night, so we had a new guy sub in for us. And he goes by the name of Om Nom Nom, but in the game his name is Mr. Plump. Now I've played with this guy a lot in the past. We played Modern Warfare 2 together, and he's a very good player, and he is quite new to the whole Battlefield thing. So when I found out he had Battlefield 3, I had to get him in straight away. So that he would come out of his realm into my realm, so to speak. So yeah, he's part of the squad, and he's a damn good player. He may be a relative rookie if you just look at his rank, when it comes to the PC at least. But he's good. You know, he's got good game sense and he knows how to play. So he was a fine addition to the squad that day. Now, on to the matter of endgame, which is the main topic of discussion here. So I have been quite looking forward to endgame. Not only for the fact that it adds a couple of new game modes. Well, I'll get onto those different game modes in a bit. But also it adds the new mechanics of the dropship. I think that's very cool, how you can drop an IFV out the back of it. I've seen it in the trailer, and I thought it just looked really cool. Get to drop an IFV on someone's head. That would be actually a really good way to troll someone. I'd have to try that someday. And yeah, you could probably change the course of the battle doing that. You know, just add one armored vehicle, a couple of infantry into the mix, and you could turn the tide. So that sounds pretty cool. I've seen some footage of the PS3 on the internet around, and it looks fun. But it's mainly capture the flag footage, and although capture the flag is very fun, at least in games that I've played it in, like Unreal Tournament, where it's just total madness everywhere. In this, it looks like there is some level of control at least, because you can more or less plan out how you're going to go in, capture the flag, defend it if you have to, how you're going to escape, and it offers quite a very, well, I guess you could say diverse and dynamic environment, because you've got to figure out a way to get out of the area if you do get their flag, because you can damn sure guarantee as soon as you get it they're going to be chasing you down to the ends of the earth until they either kill you or you capture their flag, and then they'll be like, oh, sad face, let's all go home. But yeah, and although the PS3 footage isn't as high fidelity as it is on the PC, that is a given. The maps, they look very nice. They especially the Operation Riverside map that I saw the footage of, that looked really good. And I highly look forward to hooning around on that map, doing Dukes of Hazzard style jumps on the bike, and who knows what other kinds of shenanigans you can get up to. I'm sure people will find all sorts of creative ways to have their own fun in that. The dirt bike offers endless possibilities, really. Who knows, there'd be probably people rigging up those bikes with C4 all over the place, and then they'll try to jihad you forever, and you can't really avoid that. But with the bikes and the ramps, it offers you the ability to jihad choppers. As difficult as that looks, I guess that's very much a situational thing. You really have to wait until you actually see a helicopter lined up at the end of a ramp, but I think that would be quite a rare occurrence. And of course, like with all of these expansions, there is a whole host of bug fixes. Now, I read through the whole list of what gets fixed, and I'm not going to list them all because most of them are relatively minor and a lot of them really don't apply to me. And so I'll just name the ones that are biggest to me. Number 1, TV missile should no longer be able to blow up the helicopter firing it. Now I'm sure this has been, ever since the game has been out, has been basically the bane of every attack helicopter's existence. Basically blowing themselves up from their own missile. That is endlessly frustrating. I've done it before and there's nothing you can do about it, and you feel terrible because you killed yourself and the guy flying you, and you feel like it's your fault when it isn't, and yeah, it sucks. But now they fixed that, thank goodness, so no more suicides from your own missile. And another big one, solved an issue where having spawn immunity while being in a vehicle that gets destroyed as you spawn would grant the player invulnerability. Now I've seen this happen on a few people where they were invulnerable and you just couldn't do anything about it. And it could be a game breaker really. I mean, it's not like I would ever come across an entire team who had this invulnerability, but you know, if you had a couple of people with that invulnerability, it could really imbalance things. So it's a good thing they fixed that. That was a big one. And one that has been an issue for me for a long time is an issue where team swapping could be used by server admins to team kill you. Now, I don't know about you, but I seem to run into these badmins quite a lot, where if they don't like you for any particular reason, if they think you have wronged them in some ridiculous way, they will just boot you to the other team to be rid of you. And then they will swap you back over again because they want you, because you're a good player, or you know, they want you to help them win. It really can be quite infuriating. And although you can never really be rid of admins booting you because they think you're cheating when in fact you're just playing well. I mean, we've all had that before. We're doing well, unusually well, and they'll say, "Oh, hang on, you know, this guy's cheating, blah blah blah. We have to kick him." And yeah, that's happened to us all, but you can't get rid of that really. That's really the problem of the admins. You can't fix that. You can't fix bad admins. So the new game modes. I am quite looking forward to Capture the Flag. I haven't actually done it in Battlefield before. I think it existed in Battlefield. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've only ever done Conquest in Battlefield because really that's what the game is built on. And so I will still predominantly play Conquest. I always have, always will. I'm a Conquest player, so that's what you will see on my channel. But I will put up some. I'll put some rounds of Capture the Flag. Sure. You know, I'll see how me and the guys handle it. So I'm sure we can come up with some crafty ways of sneaking in and stealing the flag and sneaking out again. Or maybe once you get the flag, sneaking out goes out the window entirely, and we have to just blast our way out. Who knows? But that looks like it could be some fun. And because I haven't seen that much footage of Endgame, I don't know how the dropship actually works. I don't know if it's sort of like with the gunship. Maybe it is, I don't know. I should just research this myself and not really ask anyone, but I look forward to using the dropship. That looks fun. Like just spawn in the thing and just back out and be like, yeah, guess what? I'm here, deal with it. And the other game mode, Air Superiority, I think it's going to be even shorter lived than Tank Superiority, because really all Tank Superiority was just another mode of conquest with tanks only, and javelins, soft lambs, javelins, and more javelins, and really that grew old pretty quickly. Now, see, anyone can drive a tank really, so Tank Superiority was sort of, I guess you could say, accessible to everyone, because driving a tank is easy enough. But the jets, not that many people fly the jets. People prefer to stick to the ground for the most part. So really you might only get the real hardcore jet pilots, the people I like to call the jet whores, who would indulge in this game mode, or people who are the sort of completionists and just want to get 50 wins in it to get the medal. personally, I could not be bothered. I probably won't even play a single round of that game mode because, well, I am terrible at jets. I'm absolutely abysmal at jets. So I don't touch the damn things. They're a death trap for me. Because mainly because, well, I have the mouse flight controls inverted for when I fly the chopper, and I assume most people do as well, because it's what I'm used to from Battlefield 2. But I always forget to uninvert it when I get in a jet, which is a very rare occasion indeed. And that may be once a month I would get in a jet. It's quite ridiculous. But the one time that I would get in a jet, I would have forgotten that I have those flight controls set to inverted, and I'll end up going off the end of the runway and plowing into the ground and just exploding, and it'll be, you know, sad face all around. But I don't know. I may try one round just to see how ridiculous it is, and you know, record some footage of that just to show you how out of place I am. Me flying in air superiority would be like me being a goldfish in a shark tank, quite literally. I would last maybe 2 seconds and then I would be dead, and I'd be like, screw this, I'm out, and then they would never see me again. That pretty much sums up my ability with jets. I mean, people who have played this game for less than I have, including James is an example of this. He has the Maverick dog tag, and I don't. But he's a better pilot than I am. He's a better jet pilot, and that's, well, I assume that's just because he's been flying a lot longer than I have. If I had the patience to fly the jets, then yeah, maybe I could be, you know, halfway decent. Because, you know, if Rival X Factor can get good with jets, who knows? Probably anyone can. But no offense, Rival X Factor. But yeah, I'm just not going to bother with air superiority, really. But who knows? Maybe I might get that Maverick dog tag someday. And if I do, you can bet it'll be a momentous event. And then I could put it in a video compilation of momentous events I have had. Like the first time I've done this, this, and this, and all that sort of thing. You know, who knows? We'll see if and when that day comes. So that pretty much sums up my thoughts on Endgame. I'm looking very much forward to it. It has received very positive reviews from what I've seen, just like Aftermath did, and I quite like Aftermath. But I don't know. It's a bit too infantry heavy for me. I was never really much of the infantry player when it came to Battlefield. I was always more of a vehicle guy, but I try to show you a bit of diversity. I try to show you, you know, a bit in the tanks, a bit on foot, and when I rarely get the occasion, maybe in a chopper, but never in a jet, because you don't want to see me fly jets. It's bad. It's just bad. I won't show you. But yeah, so that pretty much sums up my thoughts on that. I'm glad they're fixing some of the big problems that were in the game. Some things that were really annoying, like the TV missiles blowing you up, admins swapping you from your team to the enemy team just to boot you from, or just to essentially kill you. And yeah, the spawn, or the invulnerability from spawning in a vehicle that gets destroyed, that was a big one. So I'm glad they've all been fixed. And that there are a ton of other things as well, like getting stuck in various positions. That's not a good way to put it. Stuck in various locations on different maps, but those are like very small places, and that was very rare that you would actually fall into one of those little spots. But I guess it's good they fixed those as well. You know, they're finding these things and fixing them, so that's good. It's just a shame that they couldn't bring out these patches more frequently. I mean, really, I'm quite surprised, in a bad way, that they waited this long to fix the TV missile bug. And because, you know, who knows how many chopper crews have been brought down by their own missile. Really, it's quite sad. But hey, it's fixed now, so we don't have to complain about it anymore. So that's good news. And yeah, I might just leave you with a bit more footage from this round. We ended up losing it because basically all this round can be summarized as is C4, C4, C4. Yeah, the enemy team, about half of them were running support from what I could tell, and yeah, that grew weary on us. We got blown up quite a bit, and the enemy, they were just everywhere. So we did very well in terms of like kills, deaths, and capturing flags and whatnot. But our team, I don't know. I don't want to blame the team, but it just sort of felt like they weren't keeping up. I don't know. But yeah, we lost. So, but we put up a hell of a fight, and I think it's still pretty good footage. So I'll just leave you with a bit more of that, and I shall return with some brand spanking new end game footage, and I will give you my first round on each of the maps and give you my first impressions on the expansion as a whole. And I think that I'll be quite pleased, as I was with Aftermath, and all the reviews I've heard have been positive, and I'm sure my review of it will be positive too. So we shall see, and expect that in the near future on the day it comes out on PC. So that is that, and I will catch you guys later. Take care.
Fucking hell. I'm very close to saying screw Battlefield and go play as Minecraft with my friends.
You got a support guy up there, Turbo. I'm coming in procs now, mate.
Shit.
He's down.
Oh.
Get back in the fucking tank.
Well, just every time a support guy runs at us, we don't really have the best track record of survival.
Okay, I'm being an absolute douche on the tower.
Oh, how did I miss? What is hitting us? Get out! Wow. Yeah, we...
I just got fucked up by the enemy helicopter. Somehow.
Oh, the tower killed me.
Were you trying to have it kill you, or was it accidental?
No, I saw it fall and then ran towards it, thinking...
There's a tank up the top over there, mate. Up the top of A. Yeah.
Like, it landed on the ground, then I ran towards it, so...
I blame the lag. Solely the lag.
I blame the people with the lag.